The Vatican hides this from tourists, but I got in. Welcome to the Frugal Aristocrat. What if I told you there's a way to experience the Vatican without the crowds, without the noise, without the rush, a way to step beneath the surface, behind the doors, and inside the secrets of one of the most sacred places on earth? Well, stick around because in this video, we're going to dive into 4 extraordinary, little-known experiences that will completely change how you see the Vatican. And this isn't your average tour. These are exclusive, VIP-level experiences that most travelers don't even know exist. And by the end of this video, you'll be planning your own once-in-a-lifetime journey to the Vatican. Most people visit St. Peter's Basilica and they look up. But the real magic, it's what's below. The Scavi Tour takes you deep beneath the Basilica to the ancient necropolis where St. Peter himself is believed to be buried. And this is not open to the public. Only a handful of people are allowed in each day, and the only way is through a special Vatican permission. With a private guide, you'll walk through narrow passageways of 2,000-year-old tombs. You'll see preserved mosaics, crumbling inscriptions, and yes, the bones of saints and Roman citizens. It's haunting and it's humbling. And it's really one of the most spiritually moving experiences in all of Vatican City. You're not just visiting history here, you're walking through it. Before we continue, let me take a moment to tell you how glad I am that you're here. And why don't you subscribe to the video and like this video? We are so happy to have you in the Frugal Aristocrat family. Now let's talk about a private curator tour of the Vatican Pinacoteca. Now, if you're an art lover, this one is a dream come true. Most tourists, they just walk right past the Pinacoteca. But behind those quiet doors is one of the most extraordinary art collections in the world. Imagine being led through the Vatican's private art galleries by an actual curator, someone who knows the stories behind the brushstrokes. You'll see works by Caravaggio, Raphael, Giotto, and Leonardo da Vinci. And not just as museum pieces, but as living history. And here's the best part. You'll gain access to restricted areas that the public never gets to see. Think rooms of restoration work, watching people work on paintings and restoring things, behind the scenes corridors, artwork that's usually hidden away from display. This isn't just a museum tour, basic tour, it's an intimate experience with the art that has shaped Western civilization. Now picture this, private access to the Sistine Chapel. Being alone with Michelangelo. You walk into the Sistine Chapel, it's silent. No cameras, no crowds, no pushing. Just you, your guide, and the ceiling that changed art forever. This is private access to Michelangelo's Sistine Chapel, and it's absolutely unreal. When most people visit, they're crammed in with hundreds of tourists, they're shoulder to shoulder, people running in front of you and bumping into you. You barely get a moment to breathe, let alone feel anything. And you're racing through and being pushed through. But in this private experience, you'll stand in the same space where Michelangelo himself painted the ceiling of Genesis and the Last Judgment in total peace, where he was at one with his artistic genius. And you'll be able to just sit and take it in. I actually lay right on the floor when I'm in these places and just look up in awe. Oh, can't even believe what I'm looking at. To actually experience the work and not just see it. It's like having a conversation with a genius and no one else is listening in, and it's just filling your soul. I gotta tell you, when I took my trip to the Vatican, I was blown away by how high the ceilings were. Everything was so big. I felt so tiny in this incredibly beautiful, ornate The columns were so big. The artwork was so big. I never saw anything like it. I really never have. And what was amazing was that when I was there, the Pope was giving a sermon on the day I was there. There were thousands and thousands of people in the church, outside, out into the streets, pouring out into the streets, and a big loudspeakers, and he was giving a speech in Italian. I didn't understand a word he said, but I could feel the reverence of it all. It was so beautiful. And then I was wandering around and I sat down in front of this beautiful statue called Il Pietà. And it's when Mary is holding Jesus, he's got a big cut on the side of him and she's holding him and cradling him. And I'd never seen anything like that in person. I sat down in awe of the sculpture, of the artwork, and just the beauty of the moment. And after a couple minutes, this security guard came and said, "Excuse me, ma'am, you're going to have to get up. You've been here for way too long." I said, I just sat down a few minutes ago. I'm just taking in the incredible, beautiful art. He goes, "You've been here for hours, ma'am." I said, "Hours?" He said, "Look at your watch." And I swear 2 hours had gone by and I had no idea where I was. I was in some kind of spiritual experience that I cannot explain, but it gave me a sense of peace and just a reverence that I had never felt before. So if you have never made your way into the Vatican, let me tell you, there's magic there, and I highly recommend you take some time and go. Let's talk about the Apostolic Palace, the Pope's private residence. Finally, if you really want to feel like you've stepped into a page of history, this one's for you. The Apostolic Palace is the official residence of the Pope. And while most people will never ever see it from outside St. Peter's Square, you can actually go inside. Did you know that? With a private guide. And you'll walk through the Pope's ceremonial rooms, the diplomatic halls, the private chapels, and you'll see where all the world leaders are received and where the papal decrees are signed and where centuries of amazing Catholic history are still unfolding right now. This is the Vatican City's beating heart. And getting access to it is like being invited behind the curtain of a sacred play. It's reverent, it's historic, and it's unforgettable. These are experiences you will never forget. And once you've seen them, the Vatican will never feel the same. So if you've ever wanted to experience the Vatican in a way that most people never would, start here. Take these tours, planning, special access, and usually a little help from the right guides, but trust me, this is all worth it. And let me know in the comments which of these would be your dream experience. Have you done any of these already? What's on your Vatican bucket list? And don't forget to like, subscribe, and even share this video with someone who needs a little Vatican magic in their lives. And until next time, stay curious, stay open, and I'll see you in the next adventure.